We're here with Marcus Miller, Terry Parker High School head football coach. Coach, thanks for joining us. Season starting. You said you were on the field yesterday, high school, media day today. Your expectations for this season?
There's a good group of kids. I went in and interviewed in December and went through, the process, and I always knew Terry Parker had good talent. That's something we've always talked about. There was one year we beat them, and I walked off the field. I'm like, how did we win that game? And so to get here and meet the kids and see them work ethic's not been an issue. They get in there and they grind. We're sticking it to them right now. And over the summer, we had a really good summer, good spring, good summer. And, we get in that district, we get Trinity Bulls, and there's already Ponte Vedra in there. So it's a challenge. I think our kids are up to it. And like I said, if you can get in one of those early games and compete with somebody that they haven't competed with in prior years, you gain some confidence and maybe use that towards some momentum in the later year, later in the season. So, I'm hopeful. There's a lot of good kids. We are juniors and seniors primarily, but we are very green. A lot of the kids have not played a full varsity game. I asked them after the spring game, how many of you have played a full varsity game at every snap, and 2 kids raised their hand. But we're primarily juniors and seniors, so figure that out. So, I like it. We look at times like a team learning a new system.
Yeah.
We're air raid on offense. They've been more spread type stuff, inside outside zone. We're not. We're air raid. We have one run. So we threw it 64 times in the spring game. So there's a lot of challenges to learning the new systems, and defensively we're 4-2-5. They've been a 4-3. So those transitions have been good, but there's always hiccups.
So with the new playoff schedule, I've talked to a bunch of coaches today. Explain to me your guys' philosophy on it. It's tough now. You got different teams.
Yeah. Obviously, we've got some really good teams. You hope that if they beat you, they keep winning because you get more points. And you hope that if you beat them, they keep winning because you get more points. It's kind of kooky, You might play a team. This is the whole thing. I don't know. Our first game is First Coast. Okay, I don't know how good First Coast is going to be. If we beat them and they go 1-9, we get 20 points for it. But if we beat them and then we're rooting for them every week, then we might get 35 points for it. And and if they beat us and we go on a run and have a good year, they get more points for it. And so I don't know what the answer is, but we have a pretty healthy dose of teams that we think are going to probably be Ponte Vedra, Trinity Bulls. You got to think all 3 of those teams are going to be in that 7-win mark. So there's points there. And then basically it kind of makes you root for everybody that you played, win or lose.
Pay attention to a lot of people that you play.
And then and you hope that maybe one of those teams that nobody thinks is going to be very good, maybe they pop up and they get 3-4 wins, and that helps you. Hopefully you beat them, and then they win 3 or 4 other games. Not your game and 3 or 4 more, but so I don't know how it's going to shake out. It'll be interesting to see, because we've talked about it. Do you go schedule 10 games you think you can win, try to go 10-0, or do you schedule 10 hard games, or is it that mix? You know what I mean? And so I don't know what the answer is.
So this upcoming season, you coming into your program, did you see guys that really stood out to you? Some players that left, and you're like, we're going to miss him, but these guys are coming in, they look good. These new guys, you talked about 2 people raised their hand in that spring game. That's got to be tough, but you see potential.
Yeah. There's a, like I said, it's a good group of kids. They work hard. I like them. We're size-wise, we're okay. We're not as fast as I'd like to be, but nobody is. The big guy, that stands out when you walk off the bus is Cameron Sapp. He is one of the 2 guys that has played a game. He played quarterback the last 6 games last year as a sophomore.
That's got to help having that quarterback.
Yes, especially when he's 6'3", 205. He's got some offers, and he's a special kid, special talent. He's developing within our offense because it's a little bit different. And the way I handle quarterbacks is probably a little different than he's been handled. But so he is one of those guys. And then a kid named Elijah Jackson, who's standing right there, is, 6'2", big body frame. He's got a motor. He plays DN. And we're excited about him and a good core of linebackers. I really, honest to God, like somebody asked me, what do you feel like the strength is? And I think we're fairly solid all the way across the board. I don't have one group where I'm like, we got to figure something out in the next 3 weeks, So O-line wise, I think there's a lot of potential there. I think they've been working really hard. They've made a lot of strides. I think we took 2 sacks in the spring game. We threw it 64 times. So 2 out of 64, they're doing their jobs. I think that, we're going to go as Cameron Sapp goes. With as much as we're throwing the ball, we're going to go as Cameron goes. And so if we can, if the wide receivers, focus, catch the football every time, I tell them, hey, catch it and fall down. We'll gain a ton of yards this year. If every time you catch it, we just fall down. Don't worry about running afterwards, because then they want to run before they catch it. And it ends up on the floor. But, if we can make some plays at wide receiver, which I think we've got some kids, we've got a junior and a sophomore on the right side that are both really good athletes, and I think going to be very good players for us, and Isaac Bird and Matthew Rivera. They're going to help him a lot. They're kind of the bailout guys, and you don't have to throw a great pass, but you put it somewhere around here, and there's a good chance those two are going to go get it. And then the other side, Rico Buckman and Josh Livingstone do the same thing, just the other way. So if they can make plays and we can continue to grow and progress through the passing game, I think we'll be tough to defend.
Well, Coach, best of luck to you this
Hey,
season.
thanks. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.